If you're an established landscaper, hardscaper, or lawn care company, and you have more work than you can handle, this video might not be for you. Save it for a rainy day, or when you're tired of dealing with the same tire-kicking clients. If you're a newer landscaping company, or an established landscaping company trying to get the best opportunities in your competitive market, this video could be a game changer for you. Having a website in this day and age is absolutely necessary, especially if you want to position yourself as a credible business and as an expert in your field. But most landscaping companies with a website are making the same costly mistakes that prevent them from ever getting any type of results. A rock-solid website will help you attract more of the right type of clients for your most profitable projects and that you enjoy doing. Done right, your website will elevate you above your competitors. Done wrong, it will probably do nothing for your business and actually potentially scare away new clients. So with that said, I'm going to talk to you about the 4 biggest mistakes that landscapers, lawn care companies, and hardscapers are making with their websites that are preventing them from getting any kind of great results. So mistake number 1, they try and build the website themselves using GoDaddy, Weebly, Wix, Squarespace, or one of the other free website builders out there, or they hire a friend or family member or someone cheap who knows computers to try and build it for them. This is like a homeowner slapping some patio stones on the ground and saying, "Hey look, I just built a patio." You'd laugh at them. Well, building an effective website takes just as much knowledge and expertise as building a beautiful landscape. Building the website yourself or hiring someone cheap to do it is essentially jumping over dollars to save dimes. Sure, you'll save yourself some short-term money, but in the long run, you're going to cost your business hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost opportunities. You're in business to make money, and your website should be your #1 marketing tool. Screwing this up punishes you, your employees, your company, and ultimately your bank account. Mistake number 2. Landscapers usually don't have enough of the right pages on their website, and the content that they do have sucks. So first of all, landscaping is a very broad term. Landscaping can encompass so many different projects that you could complete on a customer's property that it requires a very specific strategy when you build out your website. So the first thing we need to understand is that a customer doesn't really want landscaping. They want something else. What they really want is a beautiful backyard patio. They want a retaining wall to hold back a slope. They want a new lawn installed. Maybe they want someone to maintain their property. The point is that landscaping can encompass many different things. It's not as simple as just building a website, saying you do landscaping, and throwing it out there to the public. It doesn't work like that. In short, landscaping covers a lot of different projects that a homeowner might search for. To get found by local customers in your area that are searching on Google for the services that you offer, you need to have pages on your website that match exactly what the user searched for. So if you're running a landscaping company and you really want to get found in local search, you really need to have pages on your website for each one of the specific services that you offer. There's literally dozens of different services that a landscaping, hardscaping, or lawn care company could offer their clients. You might want to have a page for landscape design. You might want to have a page for retaining walls, paver patios, maintenance, new lawn installation, xeriscaping, and the list goes on. By creating individual pages for each one of your services, you're exponentially increasing your opportunities to be found. But that's not even the most important part. By creating these individual pages, you're able to create more specific marketing copy on these pages that can speak to these specific types of clients. The client that wants to build a beautiful backyard patio has different wants and needs than the client that's trying to replace a collapsed retaining wall. Sure, they both want landscaping, but they both want entirely different things. The retaining wall client might want to know things about wall surcharges, what types of materials are available for the wall, hydrostatic pressure, drainage, the use of geogrid, how to add stairs, any height restrictions or permitting requirements in the local city or county. So there's very specific things that they need to know. The paver patio client might want to know things like the suitability of their property, proper grading, what kind of materials are available, how they're going to add power, water, gas so they can run an outdoor kitchen. What about a pergola? What about a gazebo or a fire pit to enhance the patio? So there's very specific things that they want to know. So like I said, these are 2 very different customers and they need to be spoken to and marketed to a little bit differently. If you build the website yourself or you hire someone cheap to do it, I can pretty much guarantee that you're not going to have all the pages that you need, and the messaging that you have on those pages is going to be horrible. You're going to end up saying all the same things as every other landscaping company in your area. we do great work, we're experienced, we'll meet your budget, we do things on time, blah, 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 blah. None of that differentiates you at all. It makes you look like every other company in your area because you're saying the exact same things. A very specific content strategy, like I've just described, does differentiate you. So mistake number 3, using the wrong types of photos and having poorly organized photos. If you own a landscaping company, nobody hires you because they want to have your crew running around making a mess of their property for a few days, if not a few weeks. What they're really hiring you for is to build their daydream. So how can you express that you're the company for that job? One of the answers is with really high quality photos. The best type of photos for any landscaper, hardscaper, or lawn care company's website is before and after photos, bar none. They tell the viewer an immediate and direct story about the work that you've done. When a potential customer can see what the landscape looked before and then see what it looked like after your crew was all done, that is impactful, it has a wow factor, and it gets an immediate emotional response from the customer. If you can, try and avoid organizing all of your photos on a gallery page. You're better off to try and organize your photos on the specific service pages they belong. So if you have a page for retaining walls, all of your retaining wall photos should go on that page. If you have a page for patios, all of your patio pictures should be on that page, and so on and so forth for every service that you offer. If you're doing a lot of high dollar projects, don't hesitate for a second to hire a professional photographer or a drone operator to come out, view the project, and take some photos for you. These will pay for themselves over and over and over again. Another great type of photo to have on your site is branded photos. Now these might be photos where you have your trucks with decals or wraps in the background or in the foreground. You have your crew working with company hats or shirts on. And if you can just position it so that your branding is in the photo somehow, these types of branded photos really make your site look more professional, and they make you look less like a fly-by-night company. So mistake number 4, not including price ranges or pricing information on your site. Are you sick and tired of dealing with tire-kicking prospects who have no idea the scope of the work they want or what it's going to cost them? You know exactly what kind of customers I'm talking about. They think you can deliver a magazine-quality backyard for $5,000 because they saw it on HGTV. When they find out the real cost, after you've wasted a bunch of time doing an estimate or a consultation, they either ghost you, don't return calls, don't get back to you, refuse the estimate, or even worse, they say that they've found somebody cheaper. Well, I'm telling you right now that that's generally a marketing problem, and it can be fixed or at least reduced drastically with proper messaging. Now, I used to be against putting pricing information on customers' websites, but not anymore. And I'll tell you what changed my mind. Home Advisor, Angie's List, Build Zoom, Home Guide, Porch, and all the other lead generating sites. These sites take away potential leads from you by marketing in your area, and then they sell those crappy oversold leads to you and other contractors for a profit. Do you know what one of their biggest sources of traffic is? I'll tell you, it's homeowners looking for pricing information on the internet. Seriously, hop on Google and do a search right now for how much does it cost to build a retaining wall in XYZ city. Replace XYZ with whatever city you're in. I guarantee you're going to see some of these lead generating sites ranked at the top of Google. They have an army of writers creating this type of content because they know that there's lots of homeowners with intent searching for pricing information. So they put the pricing information out there only to gather the leads and then turn around and sell them to contractors who know nothing about marketing. By including this pricing information on your website, you're going to be able to better compete with some of these big players. You're going to be able to educate your customers, and you're also going to be able to pre-qualify them based on the price ranges that you put on the site. By educating your customers on pricing and letting them know some of the variables that may affect the pricing, whether it's up or down, you're going to be able to better pre-qualify those leads before they waste your time. And it's not like you have to put exact pricing either. What we're trying to do is just set a price range. So usually it's good to have 3 options. So for patios, for example, we might have something like a small patio, 10 by 10, that's going to be between $5,000 and $8,000. For a medium-sized patio, that might be, $15,000 to $25,000. And for a large, beautiful outdoor living area, you might be looking at $50,000 to $200,000 plus. So what we're really doing with the price ranges is we're setting our minimum price. Just think about that for a second. If a prospect sees that information and they can't afford your minimum price, they're probably not going to call you and waste your time. So this stuff is really just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to building a website, an effective website for a landscaping, hardscaping, or lawn care company that actually works for the business instead of being just like a brochure type website that sits there collecting dust and gets no response for months, even years. There really is a lot to this. Any questions? Or if you need somebody with the knowledge and experience to go over your website, let you know what's wrong, why it's not working, and how you can improve, just reach out.